Level up your life. 30 minutes to a smarter, happier, and more productive you. Introduction. Your next 30 minutes will change everything. Hey you. Yes, you, the one listening to this right now. I want to start by saying something important. You're already winning. You know why? Because you press play. You chose to spend the next 30 minutes investing in yourself instead of mindlessly scrolling, binge-watching, or doing nothing. That choice? That's the first step to leveling up your life. Look, I get it. You've probably heard 1,000 times that you need to work harder, wake up earlier, be more disciplined. Maybe you've even tried some of that stuff and felt like it didn't stick. Maybe you're thinking, is this just another one of those motivational talks that sounds good, but doesn't actually help? Here's what makes this different. I'm not going to tell you to overhaul your entire life overnight. I'm not going to ask you to become a robot who wakes up at 4 a.m. and does 100 push-ups before breakfast. Unless that's your thing, then cool. What I'm going to do is give you simple, actionable strategies that actually work. Small changes that create massive results. Think of this as your cheat code to becoming smarter, happier, and more productive without burning out or losing yourself in the process. In the next 30 minutes, we're going to cover 8 game-changing principles. Each one is designed to fit into your real life. Whether you're a student cramming for exams, someone starting their first job, or just trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. Here's what you're going to learn. How to rewire your brain for success with one simple mindset shift. The morning routine that takes 10 minutes but changes your entire day. Productivity hacks that help you get more done in less time. How to build habits that actually stick. Memory techniques that make learning easier and faster. The secret to overcoming procrastination once and for all. Evening rituals that set you up for success tomorrow. How small daily actions compound into life-changing results. By the end of this audiobook, you'll have a complete toolkit for leveling up. You'll know exactly what to do when you finish listening. No confusion, no overwhelm, just clear, actionable steps. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just listen. Actually do the exercises. Try the mini challenges. Give yourself permission to experiment and fail and try again. Because that's how real change happens. Not by consuming more content, but by taking action. Ready? Let's level up your life. Chapter 1. The one mindset shift that changes everything. Let's start with the foundation, your mindset. You've probably heard people talk about having a positive mindset or believing in yourself. And yeah, that's important. But here's what nobody tells you. Mindset isn't just about thinking happy thoughts. It's about how you interpret everything that happens to you. There are 2 types of mindsets that determine your entire life trajectory. The first is called a fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are set in stone. They think, I'm just not good at math, or I'm not a creative person, or I'm bad at talking to people. When they fail, they see it as proof that they're not capable. The second type is a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe abilities can be developed. They think, I'm not good at math yet, but I can learn, or I can develop my creativity with practice, or social skills or skills. I can get better at them. When they fail, they see it as information, as feedback, as a step on the path to improvement. Here's the truth bomb. Your intelligence, talents, and abilities are not fixed. Your brain is literally plastic. It can change, grow, and rewire itself based on what you do. Every time you struggle with something and push through, you're building new neural pathways. You're literally getting smarter. So here's your first mindset shift. Replace I can't with I can't yet. That tiny word, yet, is powerful. It transforms failure from an ending into a beginning. Mini challenge number 1, the yet challenge. For the next 24 hours, catch yourself whenever you say or think, I can't do this. Stop. Reframe it. Say, I can't do this yet, but I'm learning. Do this out loud if you need to. It might feel weird at first. That's okay. You're literally rewiring your brain. Here's a real example. I once worked with a student who said, I'm terrible at remembering names. We changed it to, I haven't learned a good system for remembering names yet. Within a week, using some simple techniques, he was remembering names like a pro. The only thing that changed first? His mindset. Quick mindset hacks. When you face a challenge, ask yourself, What can I learn from this? Instead of, why is this happening to me? Celebrate effort, not just results. Did you study for an hour, even though it was hard? That's a win. Surround yourself with people who have a growth mindset. Their attitude is contagious. Remember, every expert was once a beginner who didn't give up. Before we move on, I want you to think about one area of your life where you've been telling yourself, I can't. Maybe it's a subject in school, a skill you want to learn, or a personal goal you've given up on. Got it? Good. Now add yet to the end. Feel that shift. That's your brain opening up to possibility. That's the foundation. Now let's build on it. Chapter 2. The 10-minute morning routine that changes your day. All right, let's talk mornings. I know what you're thinking. Not another morning routine lecture. But hear me out. I'm not going to tell you to wake up at 5 a.m. or meditate for an hour or journal 3 pages. If that worked for you, amazing. But for most people, that's overwhelming and unsustainable. What I'm going to share with you is a 10-minute morning routine that actually works. It's simple, flexible, and sets you up for a productive, positive day. Here's the science. The first hour of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up, immediately grab your phone and scroll through social media, you're starting your day in reactive mode. You're letting other people's content, other people's priorities, hijack your brain. But if you start with intention, even for just 10 minutes, you take control. You move from reactive to proactive. The 10-minute morning routine. Minute 1 to 2. Hydrate and breathe. As soon as you wake up, drink a glass of water. Your body is dehydrated after sleep, and this simple act wakes up your system. While you're drinking, take 5 deep breaths. In through your nose for 4 counts. Out through your mouth for 6 counts. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and calms any morning anxiety. Minute 3 to 5. Move your body. Do something physical. This doesn't mean a full workout. Do some stretches. Do 10 jumping jacks. Dance to one song. The goal is to get blood flowing and energy moving. Physical movement releases endorphins and wakes up your brain. Minute 6 to 8. Set your intention. Ask yourself 3 questions. What's one thing I'm grateful for today? What's one thing I want to accomplish today? How do I want to feel today? You can think about these or write them down. This takes your focus from what do I have to do to what do I want to create. Big difference. Minute 9 to 10. Prime your mind. Read 1 page of something inspiring. Listen to 1 motivational song. Say 1 affirmation. This is about putting positive, empowering content into your brain before the world throws its stuff at you. That's it. 10 minutes. Doable, right? Mini challenge number 2. The morning test. Tomorrow morning, set your alarm 10 minutes earlier. Just 10 minutes. Do this routine before you touch your phone. Notice how different your day feels. Here's what one person told me after trying this for a week. I used to feel like my day was happening to me. Now I feel like I'm happening to my day. That's the power of a solid morning routine. Pro tips. Put your phone across the room so you have to get up to turn off the alarm. This prevents the scroll trap. Prepare your water the night before so it's ready when you wake up. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just start again tomorrow. Consistency beats perfection. Your morning sets the trajectory. Make it count. Chapter 3. Productivity hacks that actually work. Let's get real about productivity. We live in a world that glorifies being busy. People wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. I only slept 4 hours. I have so much to do. I'm so stressed. But here's the truth. Being busy doesn't mean being productive. You could be busy all day and accomplish nothing meaningful. Real productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. So let's talk about how to get more done in less time without burning out. Hack number 1, the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Reply to that text. Put your dishes in the sink. File that paper. These tiny tasks pile up and create mental clutter. Clearing them instantly frees up brain space and momentum. Hack number 2, time blocking. Instead of working from a to-do list all day, block out specific times for specific tasks. For example, 9 to 10 a.m. is for studying math. 2 to 3 p.m. is for responding to emails. 7 to 8 p.m. is for working on your side project. Why does this work? Because it removes decision fatigue. You're not constantly asking yourself, what should I do next? You just look at your calendar and do what's blocked. Hack number 3, the Pomodoro technique. Work in focused 25-minute sprints followed by 5-minute breaks. Set a timer. When it goes off, stop, even if you're in the middle of something. Take a real break. Walk around, stretch, grab water. This works because your brain can focus intensely for about 25 minutes before it needs a reset. Instead of fighting your biology, work with it. Hack number 4, eat the frog. Do your hardest, most important task first thing in the morning. Why? Because you have the most willpower and energy early in the day. If you save the hard stuff for later, you'll procrastinate and it'll hang over you all day, creating stress. Mark Twain said, if you eat a live frog first thing in the morning, nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. So eat that frog. Hack number 5, the 80-20 rule, also called the Pareto principle. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. So identify the 20% of tasks that create the most value and focus on those. Stop wasting time on busy work that doesn't move the needle. Ask yourself, if I could only accomplish 3 things today, what would they be? Then prioritize those 3 things. Mini challenge number 3, the productivity experiment. Pick one of these hacks, just one, and use it for the next 3 days. Track what you get done. I bet you'll be surprised at how much more you accomplish with less stress. Here's a quick story. I know someone who used to spend entire days studying but wasn't retaining anything because they were constantly distracted. They started using the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of focused work, 5-minute breaks. Within a week, they cut their study time in half, and their grades improved. Same brain, different strategy. Bonus tip, kill the multitasking myth. Multitasking doesn't work. Your brain can't focus on 2 complex tasks at once. What you're actually doing is task switching, and every switch costs you time and mental energy. Single task. Focus on one thing at a time. You'll get more done and do it better. Productivity isn't about being superhuman. It's about being smart with your time and energy. Chapter 4, building habits that actually stick. You know that feeling when you're super motivated on January 1st and you set all these goals, go to the gym, eat healthy, read more, and by January 15th, you've already given up? Yeah, we've all been there. Here's why. Most people rely on motivation to build habits. But motivation is like the weather. It comes and goes. You can't count on it. What you need is a system. You need to make good behaviors so easy and automatic that you do them even when you don't feel like it. Let me break down the science of habit formation. Every habit has 3 parts: a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue triggers the behavior. The routine is the behavior itself. The reward is what your brain gets from doing it. For example, you see your running shoes by the door, cue, you go for a run, routine, you feel energized and accomplished, reward. Over time, your brain starts to crave that reward, and the habit becomes automatic. The 4 laws of building better habits. Law number 1, make it obvious. If you want to build a new habit, make the cue super visible. Want to drink more water? Put a water bottle on your desk where you can see it. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Out of sight, out of mind. In sight, in action. Law number 2, make it attractive. Pair a habit you need to do with something you enjoy. Want to exercise but hate it? Only listen to your favorite podcast while working out. Your brain will start associating exercise with something pleasurable. Law number 3, make it easy. Reduce friction. If you want to go to the gym in the morning, sleep in your workout clothes. Sounds silly, but it works. The easier you make the behavior, the more likely you'll do it. Law number 4, make it satisfying. Give yourself an immediate reward. Finish your homework. Watch one episode of your favorite show. Completed your workout? Check it off on a habit tracker. Your brain loves instant gratification. Mini challenge number 4, the tiny habit challenge. Pick one habit you want to build. Make it ridiculously small. I'm talking tiny. Want to start meditating? Don't commit to 20 minutes. Commit to 1 minute. Want to start exercising? Don't commit to an hour at the gym. Commit to 5 push-ups. Why? Because the goal isn't the habit itself. The goal is showing up. Once you show up consistently, you can scale up. But most people fail because they aim too high too fast. Here's a real example. Someone wanted to start flossing, but never did it. So they committed to flossing just one tooth per night. Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what happened? Once they flossed one tooth, they'd think, well, I'm already here. Might as well do them all. Within 2 weeks, they were flossing every night without thinking about it. The power of habit stacking. Another powerful technique. Stack your new habit onto an existing habit. The formula is, current habit, I will new habit. Examples. After I brush my teeth, I will do 10 push-ups. After I pour my morning coffee, I will write down 3 things I'm grateful for. After I close my laptop for the day, I will go for a 10-minute walk. You're using an established routine as a cue for a new behavior. This makes it stick way faster. Breaking bad habits. Want to break a bad habit? Reverse the laws. Make it invisible. Remove the cue. Make it unattractive. Think about the negative consequences. Make it difficult. Add friction. And make it unsatisfying. Have an accountability partner. Example. Want to stop scrolling social media before bed? Delete the apps from your phone. Invisible and difficult. Think about how it ruins your sleep. Unattractive. And tell a friend to check in with you. Unsatisfying if you fail. Remember, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Build better systems, and the results will follow. Chapter 5. Memory and Learning Hacks for Faster Results. Let's talk about learning. Whether you're in school, learning a new skill, or just try to remember more, your brain's ability to encode, store, and retrieve information determines your success. Good news, your memory isn't fixed. You can dramatically improve it with the right techniques. Technique number 1, active recall. Stop highlighting and rereading. Those methods feel productive, but they're actually terrible for learning. Here's what works. Test yourself. After you read something, close the book and try to recall the main points. Quiz yourself. Explain it out loud to someone else or even to yourself. This forces your brain to actively retrieve information, which strengthens the memory. Studies show that students who use active recall learn material in half the time and retain it twice as long. Technique number 2, spaced repetition. Don't cram everything at once. Your brain needs time to consolidate memories. Instead, review information in spaced intervals. After 1 day, then 3 days, then a week, then a month. There are apps like Anki that automate this for you, but you can also do it manually. Just schedule review sessions at increasing intervals. Technique number 3, the memory palace. This is an ancient technique used by memory champions. Here's how it works. Imagine a place you know well, your house, your school, your route to work. Then, as you learn new information, place each piece in a specific location in that space. For example, if you're memorizing a speech, you might put the introduction at your front door, the first main point in your living room, the second in your kitchen, and so on. When you need to recall the information, you mentally walk through the space. It sounds weird, but it works because your brain is incredible at remembering locations and visual images. Technique number 4, the Feynman technique, named after the brilliant physicist Richard Feynman. Here's the process. Pick a concept you want to understand. Explain in simple language like you're teaching it to a 10-year-old. Identify gaps in your explanation. Go back to the source material and fill those gaps. Simplify your explanation even more. If you can't explain something simply, you don't understand it well enough. This technique forces deep understanding, not just surface-level memorization. Technique number 5, multi-sensory learning. Engage multiple senses when learning. Don't just read, write it out by hand. Say it out loud. Draw diagrams. Move your body while studying. The more sensory inputs you use, the stronger the memory becomes. Mini challenge number 5, the active recall test. After you finish listening to this audiobook, don't just move on with your day. Take 5 minutes and write down, or speak out loud, everything you remember. Don't look back. Just recall. Then tomorrow, do it again. And 3 days from now, do it one more time. You'll be amazed at how much more you retain. Here's a quick student story. Someone was struggling with a history class, spending hours rereading textbooks and getting nowhere. They switched to active recall, reading a section, closing the book, and writing down everything they could remember. Their test scores jumped by 2-letter grades in 1 month. Same brain, better technique. Bonus tip: sleep is non-negotiable. Your brain consolidates memories while you sleep. Pulling all-nighters might help you cram in the short term, but you'll forget everything within days. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, especially before and after learning something important. Learning isn't about how many hours you put in. It's about learning smarter, not harder. Chapter 6: Overcoming Procrastination Once and for All. Procrastination. We all do it. You know you need to start that project, study for that exam, clean your room, but instead you find yourself watching videos, scrolling feeds, doing literally anything else. First, let me tell you something important. You're not lazy. You're not broken. Procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's an emotional regulation problem. Here's what's really happening. When you think about a task, your brain anticipates discomfort, boredom, frustration, anxiety, whatever. So it looks for an escape. It says, let's do something easy and pleasurable right now instead. That's procrastination. So how do you overcome it? Strategy number 1, the 2-minute start. Tell yourself you only have to work on the task for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Not 2 hours. Not until it's done. 2 minutes. Why does this work? Because starting is the hardest part. Once you're 2 minutes in, your brain shifts from avoidance mode to momentum mode. Most of the time, you'll keep going way past 2 minutes. But even if you don't, 2 minutes is better than 0. Strategy number 2, break it down. Big tasks feel overwhelming. Your brain sees them as this massive, undefined blob of work and freaks out. So break them into tiny, specific steps. Instead of write essay, break it down. Step 1, open document. Step 2, write thesis statement. Step 3, outline 3 main points. Step 4, write first paragraph. See how much less scary that is? Each step feels doable. Strategy number 3, remove temptation. Your environment matters. If your phone is next to you, you'll check it. If your TV is on, you'll watch it. If social media apps are 1 tap away, you'll scroll. So change your environment. Put your phone in another room. Use website blockers. Go to a library or coffee shop. Make it easier to focus and harder to procrastinate. Strategy number 4, use the 5-second rule. When you feel resistance to starting a task, count down 5-4-3-2-1, and then physically move. Stand up, open your laptop, pick up your book. The countdown interrupts the pattern of overthinking and hesitation. Strategy number 5, future-proof with deadlines. Set artificial deadlines that are earlier than the real deadline. If something is due Friday, tell yourself it's due Wednesday. This creates a buffer and reduces last-minute panic. Mini challenge number 6, the procrastination killer. Right now, or as soon as you finish listening to this, identify 1 task you've been avoiding. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Do that task for just 2 minutes. That's it. Notice how much easier it feels once you start. Here's a personal story. I used to procrastinate on writing because the blank page terrified me. So I told myself, just write 1 sentence. That's all. Just 1. And you know what? Once I wrote that first sentence, the next one came easier. And then the next. Starting was the only real barrier. The deeper truth about procrastination. Sometimes procrastination is a signal. Maybe the task doesn't align with your values. Maybe you're overwhelmed and need to ask for help. Maybe you need rest, not productivity. So when you notice yourself procrastinating, pause and ask, what am I really avoiding? What am I afraid of? Sometimes the answer is surprising. And addressing the real issue is more powerful than fighting the symptom. You're not lazy. You just need better strategies. And now you have them. Chapter 7, evening rituals that set you up for tomorrow. Most people focus on morning routines, but your evening routine might be even more important. Why? Because how you end your day determines how you start the next one. Think about it. If you stay up scrolling TikTok until 2 a.m., crash into bed stressed, and wake up exhausted, how is tomorrow supposed to be great? It won't be. But if you end your day with intention, you set yourself up for success. The ideal evening routine. Step 1. Set a digital sunset. Pick a time, let's say 9 p.m., and stop using screens. No phone, no laptop, no TV. This gives your brain time to wind down. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. So cutting screens an hour before bed drastically improves sleep quality. I know this is hard. We're addicted to our devices. But trust me, it's worth it. Step 2. Brain dump. Spend 5 minutes writing down everything on your mind. Tasks for tomorrow. Things you're worried about. Random thoughts. Get it all out of your head and onto paper. This clears mental clutter and reduces nighttime anxiety. Your brain doesn't have to keep track of everything because it knows it's written down. Step 3. Reflect on the day. Ask yourself 3 questions. What went well today? What did I learn today? What's one thing I'm grateful for? This shifts your focus from stress to growth and gratitude. You go to bed with a sense of progress, not failure. Step 4. Prepare for tomorrow. Lay out your clothes. Pack your bag. Set up your workspace. Prep your breakfast. Do whatever you can tonight to make tomorrow easier. This removes decision fatigue in the morning and creates momentum. You wake up and everything is ready to go. Step 5. Wind down intentionally. Read a book. Listen to calming music. Do some light stretching. Meditate for 5 minutes. Take a warm shower. Whatever helps you relax and signal to your body that it's time to sleep. Mini challenge number 7. The evening audit. Tonight, track exactly what you do in the 2 hours before bed. Be honest. Are you watching TV? Scrolling? Snacking? Stressing? Tomorrow night, implement just one element of the evening routine. Notice the difference in how you sleep and how you feel the next morning. Here's what someone told me after trying this. I used to dread going to bed because my mind would race. Now, my evening routine calms me down, and I actually look forward to it. The power of sleep. Let's talk quickly about sleep because it's non-negotiable. You need 7 to 9 hours. Not 5, not 6, 7 to 9. When you're sleep deprived, your memory suffers, your focus drops, your mood tanks, your immune system weakens, your decision-making gets worse. Sleep isn't lazy. Sleep is when your brain repairs itself, consolidates memories, and resets for the next day. It's literally performance-enhancing. So protect your sleep like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Your evening routine is your foundation for tomorrow. Make it count. Chapter 8. The Compound Effect. How Small Actions Create Massive Results. All right, we're in the home stretch. Let's bring this all together with the most powerful concept in self-improvement, the compound effect. Here's the idea. Small, consistent actions, repeated over time, create extraordinary results. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in a year. They want instant results. They try something for a week, don't see massive changes, and quit. But that's not how growth works. Real growth is exponential, not linear. Let me give you an example. If you improve by just 1% every day for a year, you don't end up 365% better. You end up 37 times better. That's the power of compounding. 1% better every day seems tiny, almost meaningless. But over time, it transforms everything. How to apply the compound effect. 1. Focus on systems, not goals. Goals are about the results you want. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results. Example, your goal is to get fit. Your system is working out 3 times a week. If you focus only on the goal, you'll get frustrated when you don't see immediate results. But if you focus on the system, showing up consistently, the results become inevitable. 2. Track your progress. What gets measured gets improved. Use a habit tracker. Check off every day you do your morning routine, every day you study, every day you work on your side project. Seeing that chain of check marks is incredibly motivating. You won't want to break the streak. 3. Embrace the plateau of latent potential. This is crucial. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. Imagine an ice cube sitting on a table. The room temperature is 25 degrees. You start heating the room. 26 degrees, 27 degrees, 28 degrees. The ice cube isn't melting yet. 29 degrees, 30 degrees, still nothing. Then at 32 degrees, it melts. all at once. Did the 1 degree jump from 31 to 32 cause the melt? No. All the previous degrees mattered. They just didn't show visible results yet. That's the plateau of latent potential. You're putting in the work. You're not seeing results yet, but they're coming. Don't quit right before the melt. 4. Stack your wins. Every time you complete a small action, you're casting a vote for the identity you want to become. Want to become a reader? Every page you read is a vote for, I am a reader. Want to become healthy? Every workout is a vote for, I am a healthy person. You become your identity through the accumulation of evidence. Mini challenge number 8, the 30-day experiment. Pick one tiny habit from this audiobook. Just one. Commit to doing it every day for 30 days. It could be drinking water first thing in the morning, doing one Pomodoro session of focused work, writing down 3 things you're grateful for, reading for 10 minutes before bed. Track it. Celebrate it. Watch what happens. A real-life example. I know someone who decided to write 200 words every single day. That's it. Just 200 words. Some days it was easy. Some days it was hard. But they showed up. After 1 year, they had written 73,000 words. That's an entire book. From just 200 words a day. They didn't write a book. They just showed up every day. The book wrote itself. That's the compound effect in action. The truth about transformation. Transformation isn't about making one giant leap. It's about making tiny steps consistently in the right direction. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Miss a day? That's okay. Just don't miss 2 in a row. Mess up? Learn from it. Adjust. Try again. Progress isn't linear. There will be setbacks. But as long as the overall trajectory is upward, you're winning. Conclusion. Your next move. So here we are, 30 minutes in. You've learned 8 powerful principles. The growth mindset that replaces I can't with I can't yet. The 10-minute morning routine that sets your day up for success. Productivity hacks that help you do more in less time. Habit-building strategies that make good behaviors automatic. Memory and learning techniques that supercharge your brain. Procrastination solutions that help you start and keep going. Evening rituals that prepare you for tomorrow. The compound effect that turns small actions into massive results. You have everything you need to level up your life. Not someday, not when you feel ready. Now. But here's the thing. Information without action is just entertainment. You can listen to 100 audiobooks, watch 1,000 motivational videos, read every self-help book ever written. But if you don't do anything with it, nothing changes. So here's your final challenge, and this one matters more than all the others. Within the next 24 hours, take one action. Not 10 actions. Not a complete life overhaul. One action. Maybe it's setting up your morning routine for tomorrow. Maybe it's doing a 2-minute start on that task you've been avoiding. Maybe it's simply adding yet to one limiting belief. Just one action. That's all it takes to start. Because here's what I know for sure. You have potential you haven't tapped into yet. You have strengths you haven't discovered. You have a version of yourself waiting to emerge. A smarter, happier, more productive version. And the only thing standing between who you are now and who you could become? Small, consistent action. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. So take a deep breath. Feel that possibility in your chest. That excitement. That readiness. And then go do one thing. Right now. Today. The life you want isn't someday. It's built moment by moment, decision by decision, action by action. You've already proven you're serious by listening to this entire audiobook. Now, prove it to yourself by taking that first step. Your future self is cheering for you. They're grateful that today, right now, you decided to level up. So go. Take action. Make it happen. I believe in you. Now go believe in yourself. Let's level up.